This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Here are 11 stories that we're following today on December 8th, 2023. First, the markets jumped yesterday as labor markets seem to be cooling. Layoffs were up strongly in November, and year-to-date layoffs are twice what they were in 2022. Job openings are also way down from some of their record high numbers. Second, the markets are a little bit up this morning as the market continues to digest labor news. Unemployment's still pretty low, but most signals point to a cooling labor market. Third, Elon Musk and Bob Iger are having their own little dispute. Bob Iger and Disney canceled some advertising on X. Elon Musk has basically said that Iger should be fired. It's great fun to watch the two behemoths fight over this. I tend to find Bob Iger of Disney to be an incredible smug egomaniac, but he's doing a pretty good job moving Disney back in the right direction. I do think that Bob Iger and Ron DeSantis should lessen their combat, maybe both stay out of politics. They've gotten crazy with each other, Disney versus the state of Florida. But overall, Elon Musk, Iger, ridiculous fighting. Disney's up 6.3% year to date. Tesla's up 97% year to date. Fourth, X, Twitter, added 10 million people in December, the CEO says, so we'll see if that holds. Fifth, Lululemon is down 3% pre-market on a softer holiday forecast. Lulu is still doing overall well. I tend to love the sweats, but can't seem to fit right into the regular pants, although I'd love to. One of my colleagues at Alliance Bernstein seems to do well in them. Lulu is up 45% year to date. There's another article today in Yahoo Finance. Elon Musk's X sideshow is subtly hurting Tesla. The media loves to throw shade on Elon Musk. Meanwhile, the car company that Elon Musk has built that people are always talking about falling apart, and at some point they will lose their advantage in the electric vehicle market, but it's not worth more than all the other major car companies combined. So to give you a census, Tesla is up 97% year to date and worth $771 billion. GM is flat and worth $45 billion. Ford is down 7% and worth $43 billion. Toyota is up 40% and worth $256 billion. I think we could pile many more car companies into that and still not add up to the Tesla market value of $771 billion. So this concept of constantly looking to throw shit on Elon Musk seems to be well overdone. The media's got to hate somebody. They tend to hate him, but my God, he's fun to watch. Seventh, the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast was ranked number one this week in the Apple Business News category out of all business podcasts. Thrilled to see that. Here, we constantly try and teach and entertain. We talk about what's going on in the markets, what's going on in business. We'll, of course, throw our own commentary in it. And then periodically, we'll have ridiculous sideshows and discussions and episodes. Yesterday, we talked about how college coaches should stop complaining. We, of course, love that discussion. We're also dealing with, multiple other subjects every day and love the fact that that people listen and tune in. So thank you very, very much for doing so. A story we're following today, the presidents of Harvard, Penn, and MIT probably all ought to be fired. Outside agitators and calling for the killing of Jews or blacks or any of the group ought not be permitted on college campuses or quite any place. This concept of safe spaces has become completely turned upside down. Ninth is a quick discussion of the big retail pharmacy chains. Walgreens is up 7% yesterday, but down 39% year to date. CVS is down 21% year to date. The 10th story following today, the six big payers year to date and what they're doing. United's the only one that's up. CVS, which is also Aetna, down about 21%. Cigna down 22%. Elevance down 7%. Humana down 6.23%. And Centene down 9.47%. Finally, 11th, a book that we've authored, which is essentially titled Blocking and Tackling 60 Keys to Building a Business and Managing Your Money. It will be out on Amazon this week. My God, it's taken forever. The first self-publisher we hired went bankrupt. The second one's been a pleasure to work with. We promise the second edition will be better than the first edition. The first book in this subject, which is co-authored with Grace Keller, who's also from Executive Podcasting, is what I would call a can read. I promise the second book will be closer to a must-read. The weaknesses in the first book, the first edition, are fully due to me, but we'll get better. But great fun writing this. It's really a collection of a lot of different thoughts on business and managing money. We hope that you enjoy it. Again, thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Podcast. I'm Scott Becker. You can reach me anytime to give me your comments at 773-766-5322. Thank you very, very much.